I'm out here this morning finishing up welding up these carrier bearing brackets. This one's done. I'm about to paint it. Added a little extra brace there. Not that I should ever need it for this. I mean, come on. Man, I gotta finish welding that one up. Yes, I know it's not straight, and that's because of where it ended up. I'm gonna probably end up having to put a smaller muffler there, or just end up taking it off altogether. I ain't sure yet. That way I can not have that muffler really touching. I mean, it's not necessarily touching, but it's pretty dang close to touching right now. But it's supposed to rain here in a little bit, so I'm trying to get a little bit done today. Because I'm trying to get it done enough, drive to where I'm going to paint this thing. Hopefully paint it next week, and I ain't figured out 100% yet or not. So hopefully the plan is to have it painted, get it painted next weekend. We'll see what happens. 3-piece drive shaft, slip joint, and yep, it's kind of pieced together, but it's pieced together by professionals, supposedly. But he kind of just pieced it together for me to keep the price down, basically. Still wasn't super cheap, but basically a brand new drive shaft for $300. So not too bad. You can't beat that. I mean, but I'm gonna get after it, finish welding that one up. I might add another support to that one too. I don't know yet. Don't really need it. This is kind of overkill, but it's all right. It'll be fine. Never too much bracing, I would imagine. So that's what we're getting after this morning. Once I get this done, I'm probably gonna see what it takes to get that grill apart, maybe. And then I got a couple spots I want to hit with metal glaze, and then we'll get after that. I still got to figure out what. I don't even know what I'm doing with the exhaust yet. I might just leave it like that. I don't know yet. Ideally, I should take it out the back, but I just don't feel like doing all that, to be honest with you. I was thinking about taking and cutting that big muffler out and see what it sounds like without it, and then just run that exhaust right out the front end of where that muffler is. I don't know. Kind of wouldn't mind keeping it a little quiet. I don't know. To me, when you make a louder exhaust on a van, it kind of just sounds like, yeah, that's a vehicle with a broken exhaust. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I did find somewhere local I could go buy some, I think they had like 4 of them. They have 4 factory bench seats. I might go pick up at least 1 or 2 of them maybe, and see about trying to use those instead of all 3 of the school bus seats. I'm not really a big fan of those school bus seats. They just look really, really big up inside there. But let me finish welding this up. I'm going to paint this, paint that once I get it finished welding up, and then we'll go from there and see what else I can get done before the rain comes today. Alright, y'all. Alright, well, I got the drive shaft welded in, and then I took it for a test drive today. Had to go get more gas. Took it to the gas station, filled up the gas. And it just didn't seem like I wanted to start right. And I'm pretty sure the fuel pump is the original fuel pump. And this gold van that I had, it had a newer Napa fuel pump in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to figure out where this hole is. Because when they swapped the pump on that other one, they cut a hole in the floor. So I'm going to try to find a good place to measure off of this and move over there and cut me a hole in the floor so I can gain access without having to drop this tank, is what I'm going to do, so I can swap these over. And Then I have to make another plate. See, I got a plate that screws over top of this. So I'm gonna work on that now and see what we can come up with. Get back at it. Well, that ain't gonna work because this van's got this big old plate right here. I think it'll just make more sense to unbolt the tank and drop it that way, I think that'll be, so basically there's no easy way to do it. Even if you were cutting a hole in the floor, it's a little easier, but not much. So let me get this thing jacked back up. That way I know I got enough room to get the fuel tank out of there. And then we'll go from there. Well, we got the back sanded down finally. Put some more metal glaze on that, sanded it down. A little bit more there, sanded it down. Got the fuel pump swapped in it today. Took it out of the other van. Swapped it in there. Still got to do the grill, but I ain't going to mess with that till after I paint it. Did a little more sanding here and there. Went over it more with a Scotch-Brite. Nope, it definitely ain't perfect, but you know what? I'm tired of messing with it. Sanded this bumper down. Roughed it up so I could paint it. Should have probably got a different bumper cover for it. But probably next weekend, maybe. I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint it next weekend. That way I can finally almost be done with the outside. Start working on the inside more. I got some stuff done on the inside, but you know, a long way to go. It's a lot to do by yourself. You know, trying not to spend all day, every day messing with this thing. You got, you know, family and stuff, so, you know, it's more of a hobby anyways. Not just something different to do. Still gotta swap these mirrors out too. Just this one, I think. The other one is in better shape. And it's not broken. That one's broken. Corner missing off of it. That gold van has both mirrors are in good shape. Actually, I think the driver's side on that one's messed up. So got that. I get that off there. We're getting there little by little. I didn't get a whole lot done today. I finished up welding that drive shaft in. I kind of knew I needed to switch the fuel pump. I just didn't know when I was going to do it. But after I had that drive shaft in this morning and went to drive it, it was just spitting and sputtering a little bit more than normal. So I went ahead and swapped those out today. Definitely seemed to start easier earlier after that pump. I put it in and it fired right up. Where here lately it seems like I had to, you know, turn the key on, let it run, let it sit for a bit, turn it off, turn it back on. More or less like prime it up before it just fire up. I think now it, oh yeah, it fires right up. Before it wasn't doing that. Especially now after sitting for a bit. No. But so there's that. So I think my next video is going to be prepping this thing for paint. So I'll be taping it off, wiping it down with grease and wax remover. Well, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to pressure wash the whole thing. And then I'm going to blow it dry, you know, and then I can wipe it down with grease and wax remover. Well, I'll probably tape it off and then wipe it down with grease and wax remover and then go from there. Basically, I'm gonna shoot it. I'm just gonna shoot it myself. That's basically what it is. And I've never painted a whole car before for sure. Painted like, I've done like one fender or you know, a door, but I've never painted a whole car. And the fender and doors and stuff that I did paint, they were more or less just playing around practicing. So I don't know a whole lot about painting, and I'm sure it's going to reflect in this paint job, I'd imagine. But luckily, I have shitty bodywork underneath of it too, so I can also blame that shitty paint job on that too. But we'll see how bad it turns out. It's going to be what it is. This roof turned out pretty good. Turned out a little more textured in some spots than I would like it to, but oh well. It is what it is. It's fine. The idea behind this was to make it look like a kind of like a soft top, which it kind of does. I just kind of wish I would have back here. See what I was thinking about doing was painting that bed liner down, basically to here, like right below that window, and all the way back here and around, basically to that window. That way all this would have been black. It would have looked even more like the old vinyl soft tops. But don't really, some of the stuff's hard to film, man, really. I mean, if I wants to really sit here and watch me sand, I guess I could have filmed putting the fuel tank, taking the fuel tank out and putting a new one in, or doing that, but you know, this is what it is. I gotta put this back too. I think it goes like this. So put this back. We'll put this thing back in here and pretty much clean up for the rest. Clean up real quick, get done. I gotta get something to eat, something to drink. Thirsty, tired. That's where we're at. Got it running. It does seem to run a little bit better with that new fuel, with that other fuel pump in there. I keep saying new. It's not really new. It's new to this van, but it was definitely used in the other van. I don't know how long, but the guy I bought it from said it wasn't in there real long. And it was definitely an aftermarket, it was a Napa brand, so hopefully it'll last longer. Definitely seems to be working better. But once I get it painted, I can get these subwoofers in, and then try to figure out what I'm doing with these seats. I found some factory like seats that'll fit hooked down right in those things. I was thinking about grabbing at least one for the back. Might grab one to go lengthwise, and then I still got the one out of the back of that red van. I could try to put it up there, you know, this way. Basically make a big long L-shaped out of seats. I don't know. I'm just not liking these big school bus seats. One, I don't like the vinyl. And two, they look huge in here. I don't really like them. So, like I said, I'm gonna put this back, and then I'm gonna put these seats back in here, clean up. That's pretty much all I got done today. Not a lot, but it is what it is. Well, keep your eye out for the next one. Like I said, next one might be, you know, getting real close to paint. I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll see. Oh, and I still gotta see it like that. I think I got some stuff that I might be able to make right there, make that look decent. Like a black, this thin black piece of wood that It's like just paint it black. It looks pretty good. It might look alright right there. I haven't figured out yet. But I'm gonna screw this pan back down. Call it a day, y'all. Keep your eyes out for the next one. We'll see what happens. Later.